Okay, now we have hard coded our text value as 0, but what we want is that when we click on the plus button, the value should increase. So to do this, we can use state. So now let's create an instance property in this class. Instance properties were introduced in ECMAScript 7. So let's name this property state, and let's set its value to be that of a JSON object, and inside which we have a field count, and for now we set its value as 0. Now whatever the value of count in state is, we want to display that in our app. So in text, instead of hard coding 0, we can write here this dot state dot count. Now, but by writing this, we can see that this expression is being outputted exactly as it is, because we have not wrapped it in curly braces, and hence it's not being evaluated. But when we do it, we can see that the value of this dot state dot count is being displayed. And if we change it to 100 in state, then that value will be displayed. So now whatever we set the value of state.count is, that value will be displayed. From this we can infer that whenever we click on plus button, if we update the value of state.count or increase it, then that value would be displayed here on the screen. So let's make a custom method and let's name it inc for increment, and because this is a custom method, we put an underscore before it just for convention. Now this underscore is just a convention and thus it's not necessary, and in this method we write whatever the value of this dot state dot count is, we are adding 1 to it, so plus equals 1. But we will see that with this we are not getting the correct results because one thing is missing. But before that, let's try using this. So in our button, let's set an onPress handler. So onPress equals curly braces, inside which we will be passing an arrow function which has input of nothing, but whenever that function will be called, it will be calling this dot underscore increment. But now we can see that even on clicking the button, the value of the counter is not being increased. The problem is that even if we might have increased the value of state.count, but the value of the screen is not being updated on the screen because it's not being refreshed or re-rendered on the screen, and we are not getting the new value. So we may have changed the value of state.count, but because we have not re-rendered the screen, that updated value will not be shown to us. And the second problem here is that in React, whatever state we have, we can't just directly update its value because we treat it as immutable. Immutable just means that we cannot change its value directly. So to resolve this situation, we'll make use of a special function, and the name of that is setState. So now I'm calling this dot setState. Inside this, we will be passing a JSON object which will be representing our state's new value, and inside this we will be providing only those key value pairs which we want to update. So here, whatever the current value or of the state is, I am saving that in old count, and inside set state I am setting the value of count key as old count plus 1. And now we can see that on tapping the button, whatever the value of state.count's value is, we are adding 1 to it and then setting it in count, and that value is being shown to us. But by using setState, we are doing automatic re-rendering as well. So the benefit of setState is that it not only allows us to change the state, but also it does the screen re-rendering automatically. Now in setState, we can also pass a function, and in those functions, whatever the value of current or older state is will be passed as input. So I don't have to save old state separately. Inside setState, we can make an arrow function, and the input of that is value of current or old state is, and let's name it old state, then an arrow, and then for output we are putting curly braces inside which we are writing the value of count is old state dot count plus 1. But this syntax is not right because we have used curly braces in line number 9, and JavaScript thinks that these curly braces are for the body of the function, not for the JSON object. But because we want to return a JSON object, we write return inside these curly braces and then again write curly braces to represent a JSON object, inside which we have a key count and its value is in old state dot count plus 1. And this thing can also be written in a different format. So we have an input old state for arrow function and then arrow. Now rather than starting from curly braces, if we start with curved braces, then from that JavaScript will know that we are returning a value directly, and inside those curly braces would be representing a JSON object inside which we have a key count and its value is old state dot count plus 1. Now just like this plus button, let's make a minus button, and just like this increment function, let's make a decrement function as well, inside which we are setting the value of count as old state dot count minus 1, so decreasing, and this minus button will be calling the decrement function.